morning, this beautiful 19-year-old girl lost her life to a meth head with a long rap sheet. This goes back to what I was saying. Your hardened criminals are running out here among us, and they got a whole bunch of people in prison on non-violent drug possession, or they're in there and never been convicted of a crime. Those are who they got hosed up in the prisons. But they got meth heads and all kinds of people running around out here with felonies and everything on a rap sheet, and they're free. I said it before, I'll say it again. This system is very poor in America. This whole legal system is the worst on the face of the earth. It's ran like crap. But let's get into this story from Fox 2, Detroit. Woman 19 killed in crash by suspect fleeing from police. Let me go ahead and play the video.
I got off a plane this morning and had to go to the medical examiner to identify my daughter's body. And she's 19.
The most difficult day they could ever imagine for the parents of 19-year-old Daziah Crawford of Detroit coming true.
My daughter was the most beautiful creature I've ever seen that God ever created.
On her way home from church Sunday evening, Daziah driving a silver Nissan with her 15-year-old brother, Dallin, in the car. The siblings near Lappin and Fairport streets when witnesses say they spotted a green Ford Taurus speeding straight toward them.
She had her foot on the gas from 8 Mile. You heard her before she got down here.
Warren police trying to pull over the woman speeding near 8 Mile and Fairfield moments earlier, but the woman going too fast through this neighborhood.
Well, the officer backed off, but I would say she was probably going in excess of 50, 60 miles an hour.
The woman slamming into Daziah and Dallin, their mother getting a phone call heading to the scene.
And they weren't responsive, neither one of them at the moment. And the only thing that I could do at that time was to just drop to my knees and pray.
Warren police say after smashing into that Nissan, that driver got out and ran.
I think she was high.
Why do you say that?
Because she couldn't run.
That driver, who Warren police identify as 28-year-old Alyssa Verbeek, has quite the rap sheet. Fleeing and eluding police, weapons and drug charges, home invasion and prostitution. Verbeek even jumping from a second-story window to escape drug treatment.
We did find suspected crack cocaine in the car.
Dallin suffering a concussion and a bruised hip, okay physically, but without his best friend, who Daziah's parents describe as fun-loving and compassionate. An aspiring writer at Eastern Michigan University, even writing and performing her own songs.
For you and I can be perfectly imperfect. I know it ain't worth it, but
She was beautiful. She was, talented.
And I'm going to miss her a lot. A lot.
Now, as Verbeek is expected to be arraigned as early as Tuesday, and Detroit police investigate the crash. These parents also questioning that Warren officer's role in their only daughter's death.
We deserve to know what happened with, our daughter.
It didn't have to happen. It didn't have to happen. We shouldn't be in this situation.
In Detroit, Erica Erickson, Fox 2 News.
Oh, boy. Did you hear her rap sheet? She had no business being free. She had no business being free. But, that's what happens in this country. They let creatures like her out here and roaming the streets among the rest of us. But somebody that has done far less, just found a little weed on them, they're in jail for astronomical years. And she had no business really being free. Now she took someone's life. And for what? A woman speeding away from Warren police caused a fatal crash, killing a 19-year-old and injuring her little brother Sunday night. I got off a plane this morning and I had to go to the medical examiner to identify my daughter's body, said Daziah Crawford, and she's 19. That's a damn shame for a father to have to go through that. So he lost his 19-year-old girl. Daziah Crawford. And she was beautiful. I mean, had her whole life ahead of her. And oh, it just burns me up when I see stories like this. I'm glad her brother survived, because it would have been far more tragic if he would have been lost too. He could have easily been lost. So you saw how narrow the street was, right? She was tearing down that little narrow neighborhood street at 50 to 60 miles an hour, fleeing from police and high on meth. And she went head on with them and killed this beautiful young lady right here. Now, look at her degenerate picture. The driver, who Warren police identified as 28 years old, Alyssa Verbeck, has quite a rap sheet, fleeing and eluding police, weapons and drug charges, home invasion, and prostitution. And this bitch was free. She got felonies in her background and she was free. See, if these cops were really doing their jobs, somebody like her would not be on the streets. But we know in this legal system, people don't do their jobs. They only want to come and over police in some areas and hardly police in the areas they come from. And this is the end result. Somebody like this animal is walking the streets free with a damn rap sheet filled with felonies. Well, her brother suffered, Dalen, her brother suffered a concussion and he was bruised hip, but he was okay. But now they have to plan a funeral for their daughter. and it says that the woman that hit her once jumped from a second-story window to escape drug treatment. So she wasn't even looking to help herself. She didn't give a damn. And that's the problem with all of these junkies on the street. This is why it ain't no damn public health issue. Y'all can keep labeling it that crap all you want. That's not what this is. This is not no public health issue. Yeah, see, it's a public health issue until they go out here and kill somebody. Please tell me what you think, ladies and gentlemen. I can barely keep myself together on this one. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace, family.